George, who's reporting from the sidelines. For the Bucks, they continue their stretch of home games. This is a hot team. They currently hold the best record in the entire NBA.
And you look around the league, and it's hard to see a team that could challenge this group right now. If they keep playing like this, I'm not convinced anyone is going to break this streak.
And, you know, that's their attitude, too. I mean, they don't think there's a team in the league that can take them down, and that's a special feeling to have, that kind of confidence.
Holiday gets the bucket. Now, Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Buries the long-range jumper.
Powell showing you tit for tat that he's got range, too.
Powell with the steal. Doncic outside. And the rejection by Giannis. Holiday goes in. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
He's like an eel slipping into the paint. Drew Holiday glides past the other guys and gets himself right to the bucket.
Now, here's Doncic. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game.
And you watch the way Doncic runs this offense. He's become a master at the pick and roll. Incredible to see someone run it to perfection.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
You know, not many players have made the kind of splash Doncic did in his first year in the league. It was clear right away and really obvious this guy was no ordinary rookie. He played like a veteran from day one.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal on the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
The line for 2.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And with Doncic in the pick and roll game, he's so good at such a young age.
It's amazing how well he reads the defense, but he can also freeze the defender or create confusion with that hesitation. He has all the tricks to run it.
Now the Mavericks with it, trailing by 4. Here's Irving. The rebound by the Bucks. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And the picture of consistency, Chris Middleton is like a metronome. Gives you 20 points, over 5 rebounds and assists every year.
Trailed by 6. And one reason for Middleton's consistency, he plays at his own pace.
And that's a great point, Kevin. With his size and shooting touch, he doesn't need to blow by his man to score. All about getting to his spot.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic. It is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. And it's Wood with the ball for Dallas. 9-point game. Here's Doncic. And he makes good on the layup. Doncic has got 5.
Boy, what balance from Doncic. I mean, he never seems to get rattled, even when he attracts contact on the way to score. Maintains his poise in those situations extremely well for a young player.
So it's the Mavericks now after the basket by Milwaukee. Unloads from 13. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
You can't allow Irving that look. You just can't give him that. He's too talented a player.
Nobody near Allen. Left side, out of Antetokounmpo. And the shot is good. He's got 9.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Powell. It's so about Antetokounmpo. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Kyrie Irving.
The shot's good from Irving.
All Irving needs is just a little room to convert, and he's good to go.
And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Down low. Portis takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Yep.
The Mavericks. 14.
And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Bucks.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard. And those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And the Bucks are on a tremendous run here. They're the most consecutive playoff appearances since that streak they had back from 1980 to 91.
And so it's Dallas with it. They trail by 14. Greg, and back to the Bucks. The question is, how much longer do you think is their window?
That's just it, Kevin. They've got the players to win now, and that has to be the attitude moving forward. They're built to do it again. Just need to push all the right buttons.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Holiday. He has 5. Outside Portis. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I tell you what, he clearly is one of the best players in the league who does not get the same kind of gas that other guys do. But there's no better all-around guard in the NBA than Drew Holiday.
Now McGee. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the beard, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you. Dallas calls timeout. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Right there, Irving does a nice job of anticipating the contact, so he braces himself for it and then works through it.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Irving. Pass to Kleba. Here's Hardy. Defended by Allen. 4 on the clock. And that one's good. Hardy's got his first basket of the night. You know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Left side, out of the Kumbo. Rebounded by McGee. Mavericks trailed by 14. Pass to Hardy. To the middle. McGee's shot is off.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Back to Allen. Driving to the basket. Pass to Holiday. From short range. Puts the move on. And it's sent back by Irving.
Irving bringing a little more intensity to the defensive end there, using his speed to get ahead of that shot.
Here's Hardy. The kick out to Irving. And timeout call. Jason Kidd has had enough.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years.
You know what time it is, Bucks fans. Give it up for your forward crew.
1:46 left in the first half. And it goes down 2 points. Doncic has got 9. And Greg, it just seems for the Mavs it's all about finding the right fit for the role player.
And that's why this team was willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you can see them look a lot like the Harden era Rockets. Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Holiday. Great D that time from Green. On the wing, Green. To the inside. He shoots again. Out to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas moving the ball around. Another shot. And it's good on the layup. And 11 points for Luka Doncic.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Over in the corner, onto the Kumbo. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Wow, unconscious
infectious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Doncic outside. "12 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And they double up Doncic. Back to Powell. Pass to Doncic. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk.
The Mavericks, 29.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And Milwaukee has possession. At one point, they led by 16. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Clark, when the Mavs traded for Rajon Rondo during the 14-15 season, Dwight Powell was included in that package, and he's still with them.
Yeah, you know, Rondo spent just a half season with the Mavs. Really, at that point in time, was in the second half of his career, while Powell has been there ever since and is a nice foundational piece. I mean, they love his work ethic, and he's a key part of their rotation, and I don't see that changing. Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Outside Irving. Here he goes. Pass to Powell. The kick out to Irving. 3 on the clock. Over Holiday. The rebound by the Bucks.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Inside. Bullock. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thanks very much, Kevin. Well, of course, Giannis is the Bucks leader, but it's still Coach Bud who calls the shots. Giannis says, as players, we have to accept Coach's plan. You got to trust. That's the only way it's going to work. And sometimes it won't. Sometimes I'm going to execute the game plan, and sometimes I'm not. Not because I don't want to, but it's just not my day. Kevin, that is very, very good perspective.
Agreed. Thanks, David. Tries again. The second effort. The shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Irving. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Irving's got 12.
Well, you simply can't guard that. Irving's just too nimble. Easily gets himself free of the defender.
Basket good. And the Bucks lead by 14.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And Clark, don't you have to admire the way the Mavericks are always looking to compete?
Yeah, I like that, Kevin. It's a good point by you. It starts at the top of the organization. I mean, the team has really avoided any kind of lengthy rebuild. To their credit, they want to win, and this team is definitely capable of doing that.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
On the inbound, in the dunk by Doncic.
You know, what makes Luka so special and lethal is that he has the ability and the knack for taking over games at the most opportune time.
Pass to Allen. It's hauled in by Wood. And it's Wood with the ball for Dallas. It's a 14-point game. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And it's Doncic missing. Milwaukee with the ball. Kick out to Giannis. Allen for three. That one's not going to go. And the Mavericks going the other way now. In the corner, Irving with it. Doncic outside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
But you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that. Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Now here's Hardy. Over in the corner, Wood. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Allen. Off target. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been.
55. The Mavericks.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Mavericks trailed by 14. Pass to McGee. Here's Wood. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Wood's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Dallas.
Well, Wood has a really solid jump shot, and that one well within his range.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Pass to Hardy. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Here's Holiday.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Giannis. And he banks in the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 16 here in the second half.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
And that one's good, Irving.
Slashing to the rim with so much precision and skill. Irving, nearly impossible to contain when he spots a lane and decides to drive.
That one falls.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now Middleton. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 12.
Man, I tell you what, Middleton does a nice job using his length inside. You know, when he gets in a good spot, he's a high percentage shooter from there.
Irving can't hit. And so it's Milwaukee with it. To the paint. Giannis dunks it down.
Once Giannis gets going, he stays hot. He's capable of putting the entire offense on his broad shoulder.
Outside Irving. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot. Bucks leading by 12. Out to the right wing. Pass to Giannis. Bullock with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
And so Powell nails both of them. The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And two cities which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown. But bottom line, more teams means more jobs, and that's a sentiment I think most can get behind.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. The shot's good from Irving.
Oh, I tell you what, he's one of the best scorers in the game, and I love how Irving continues to be in attack mode.
Giannis inside. Makes it off the glass. Giannis has got 43 points.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And Holiday throws it down.
Aggressive move that time by Holiday. He's the engine that makes this offense churn.
Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks leading by 14. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Luka Doncic. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bucks?
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, but thus far, it's paying off.
And they've also been ferocious inside, really taking advantage in the painted area and making good on those chances. And, you know, this will be a big victory for them. They came out, executed their game plan, and what a huge win
for Milwaukee.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Well, you know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And you always like to jump on your opponent early in a season series. This is just the first of three between these two teams, but a good win to go up 1-0 on the year against Dallas.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis.
Well, his defense was tremendous tonight. Really, really high level. He was a pest, forced the opponents into a lot of turnovers.
They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
It's Solomon to Kumbo. Pass to Powell. And again, Dallas turns it over.
Bucks ball.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh!
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific